You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you—
Huh? Who's there?
If you were 𝔐𝔰𝔰, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the 𝔐𝔰𝔰 herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just— stopping the more immense, hiding away the—
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside—
As one of the 11 𝔐𝔰𝔰 harbingers, she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for— the time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. Either way, the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes—
You— When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly— instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her— When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the— But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. Besides, you could never defeat— Fighting talk, I love it! Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! Some you lose.
Look! Child's back to—
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of The foul legacy transformation was... And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take—
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of 𝔐𝔞𝔞𝔞𝔤𝔞 initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be? You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, this battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way—
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. In fact, it might be that the
What? So you mean that—
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of As such, we must now look to our
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away and the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue— Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone.
A god?
𝔐𝔯𝔰, overlord of the vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the GR Archon, and if such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon— Do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago!
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of— Oh, Paimon remembers now! The Fatui have been researching them!
Indeed. The one with the power of so many using the powers of ancient, but knowing that such an act— Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone! That guy is fast! What's going on? Exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex—
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our different—
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just seeing this Overlord of the—
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets—
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against— So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here—
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is—
What? But all of you were supposed to—
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the 𝔐𝔯𝔞𝔤𝔞, and as fate would have it, for what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet.
I suppose this is one blessing, so be it. We shall use the upgraded 𝔐𝔯𝔞𝔤𝔞 ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti, we haven't a moment to spare. Our battle—
Yep.
interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The 𝔐𝔯𝔞 ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster, the effects of this, it will be some time before the...
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, 𝔐𝔯𝔞𝔤𝔞. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started. At first, it was only the size of a It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could... Thank you all for hearing me.
Oh?
3,700 years. Even to this very day. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was. Do not merely cast your...
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply...
Forebears, you say? One
This morning...
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we 𝔐𝔯𝔞𝔤𝔞. I also thought to tell him how the... But I dared not speak. I could only get...
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outland?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar...
Each of the 7 nations has its own
Though your point is the very height, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an out...
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But that, although I am a mere mortal soul...
Huh? Why does...
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there. When danger is near, everyone always thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come back.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able...
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay.
You see, this is what the country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. Although their blood is weak, there is the time of contracts between gods and Liyue has lost.
Seeing the...
Your line of inquiry is askew. What?
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror.
Yes, one understands what the... One fears that by the time one finally grasps... Fair enough.
Since we Adepti, but how will we ensure that the Liyue...
All right, Mooncarver, you...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends. Oh, right! Child wanted to unleash the god, but we were able to handle the over... Oh, and speaking of that... Paimon doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshen Funeral Park...
We've come to see Zhongli!
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to... Last time we saw Zhongli was before... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting? We had better go and make sure that...
I'll keep this close.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers?
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, oh, it's...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been...
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since...
Paimon knew that we should never...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. The real deceivers here are Signora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind...
What in the world are you talking...
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of... No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but...
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a lip?
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scene.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6, even boulders that can withstand whirlpool, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I stood motionless among the crowds.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue chiefs. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, that's right. Which is why I continue.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of...
Of course. And it would have been all... Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so...
In the end, the resolution to all that has Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the... All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent...
Huh? That doesn't...
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to... If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between more...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for...
Fine. I'll meet you there later.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contract. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last. As for the bargaining chip, uncover that answer for yourself in your...
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of part... So Rex Lapis is real... Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility... Fatui? Shh! Lower you...
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the
Say...
Now that you... I mean, it all... Still, what's so...
Ah, forget it.
Hear ye all! That though a dragon soars ageless as the mount, gods and adepti live glorious lives. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis, having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that something feels off. Why would they suddenly get... Could the Qixing already have known that... Did Zhongli tell them in secret? Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returned.
3,700
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we reestablish?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters? But it seems... Well, that's... Why, you... If you were looking for someone...
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have...
Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their... And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease? Right. If the two of you can spare...
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating...
You're right. I do like the Mora. As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets... But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending in the city of commerce. We do not. The Archon Morax could never experience. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Li. That is true. But there is no.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea. Yes. The nation the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people...
Paimon thinks we've heard that...
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation... Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows truth, this is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's how...
But starting from last year, the...
Vision hunt?
Yes. It was an...
They want to seize visions.
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is
Whoa.
The Animo Archon is the god of... The fact that even I, knowing her, she must... 7 ideals for 7 gods. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important... Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am...
Rebuild the Jade Chamber?
So the rumors are true. No...
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved... Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can...
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many... Nevertheless... I do have a few matters I should like to ensure. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. They are as follows. Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically, Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are Adepti Sigils serve as a mean. Although these 3 items are rare, I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than you may ask me any.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to...
Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some plot...
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will...
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber?
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to...
Really? Ooh, then we'll never be short of Mora ever?
Of course. The construction of the Jade Chamber... I have other business. Remember.
Ningguang seems super busy. First we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh?
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can... As it happens, we have some...
No, I don't need...
Don't be like that. Hey, come on! Why don't you stand there? Oh, right, yeah.